Hello, hello, welcome to my garden once again. A beautiful day, and today I would like to talk about white gardens. It's such an interesting subject, I really think, and I have so much to talk about. It's quite easy to find white flowers, but what I really like is also to use silvery gray foliage. I will show you this amazing tree. This is Pyrus salicifolia, and the variety name is pendula because you can see the branches, they are just falling, and it's such a great tree. Also, in English it's called the weeping pear because it's really a pear tree, but so many think that this tree is an olive tree, so therefore we here in Denmark call it the olive of the north. You can see it had an amazing growth. First time I saw this tree was at Sissinghurst Castle Garden, where I think you probably know the white garden there. And later in this film I will take you to Sissinghurst. But if you don't have this tree, I think you should look for it. You can see it's quite small and it can fit into every garden. It's great together with white, as you can see, but it's also amazing together with, for example, pink. Also in the garden today, so many ask about you, Nero. In my previous films, you were not at home, but now you are here and you are so clever, and you're going around, and I'm sure that you're looking for your ball. Yes, but okay. Now we will talk again about the white garden, and yes, come here. Yes, you can just follow me. I will show you the alliums. You can see here we have the weeping pear, and then we have the white alliums, and they are amazing. Normally you maybe see the purple ones, but this is such a great variety. This variety name is Mount Everest, and it's really what I would call a structural plant because you have the balls here, and I'm not just planting thinking about colors. I'm also thinking about structure. Structure is so important in a garden if you are planting a border. Talk about one more plant with silver foliage. See this shrub. This is a salix. Salix helvetica, and it fits so great together with the other plants here. You can also see here we have Allium Mount Everest, and here we have Pyrus salicifolia. Salix is of course a shrub. Okay, it could also be a tree, but this is a shrub, and you can see the leaves here. They are great for the whole season, and when I have guests in the garden, so many ask about this plant. One more wildflower is this one, Hesperis matronalis, such a beauty. This is well smelling, especially in the evenings. Hesperi is a biennial, and it means that if you sow it, you will see the leaves the first year. Next year you will have flowers, and then it will sadly die. You know, probably know it's the same with foxgloves and myosotis. But if you let them self-seed, they will be coming around in the borders. My problem is that the soil here is completely covered, so there are not that many plants which will self-seed here, and it's also therefore I don't have so much weeds. I need to tell that this plant, the common one is violet lilac, but this white form is such a great variation. There are also hostas with silvery foliage, and this one is very well known. It's halcyon, and you can see it's so great that you also have it almost as a ground cover. I have more to show you from my garden, but before I will take you on a tour to Sissinghurst Castle Garden in Kent. About 2 weeks ago I went there, and maybe you have seen a film I have posted for 1.5 weeks ago where I was showing you the magnificent rose garden in Sissinghurst Castle Garden. But today I will show you probably the most famous room. This is the White Garden, and this is just incredible. People are coming from all over the world to see this wonder. Welcome to Sissinghurst Castle Garden in South England, in Kent. Sissinghurst Castle Garden is divided in many garden rooms, different gardens, and the world famous garden, the well-known garden, is the White Garden, and this is just an amazing place. Sissinghurst Castle was bought at Rita Sackville West. She was an author and writer, born in 1892, passed away in 1962, and her husband, Harold Nicholson, who was born in 1886 and passed away in 1968. They were designing this amazing garden, and they opened the garden for the public in 1938. But in the beginning there wasn't a White Garden. It was first in 1950 they could show this magnificent place, and as you can see, is just incredible. There's so many different flowers, also silvery foliage. This is Artemisia, and there are roses, there are foxgloves, and there are irises. And here you see the weeping pear. It's Pyrus salicifolia, as I have shown you from my own garden. There are also white alliums, Mount Everest, and you can also see the hedges who divide the borders in smaller rooms. And it was just an incredible day I went to the garden. One more plant with silver foliage, Cynara cardunculus, such an bold and brilliant plant, and there are so many different perennials, but also annuals, shrubs and trees. I could really suggest you to go to the White Garden at Sissinghurst. I think that you, as I do, love Sissinghurst Castle Garden and the White Garden. But I have some more flowers, plants to show you. See this amazing plant. This is Angelica, such a tall plant, and as you can see, all the bees, they also love this plant. In a garden I find it very important with tall plants. They are adding some height. Here, mid-June, We also have achilleas. See these small ballerinas. This really a cottage plant, and I like when they are coming in different places. I have them in so many color, but this white one is so welcome here. And once again, you can see Antriscus sylvestris, and so much is happening. And this is a garden for all season. So it means that later in the season, some plants will take over, and here we have so many hydrangeas. And this hydrangea is limelight, and I promise you that I'm later in the season will show you this border again. There's so much to look forward to in the borders here. For example, this lily, Lilium martagon, with turban-formed flowers. I think they will open in about a week. And that time we will also see the peonies, and here there are more lilies, and then there are also roses. I think it's great to have roses together with perennials, and this is a white rose, and I can tell you that a rose have been named after me for some years ago. So this is the Claus Dalby rose. This is really an honor for me. The last plant I will show you today is Brunera macrophylla, and you can see also here you have this silvery foliage, and this variety is getting white flowers, and they look like myosotis. This was a little tour in my own garden, and at Sissinghurst Castle Garden in Kent. I hope that you are maybe interested to make a white garden. Later in the season I will show you one of my white container gardens, because there are so many silvery plants you can grow in containers, and of course also white flowers. Thank you so much for looking. Goodbye.